hello there, grandchildren. Welcome back to another episode of Granny Goatee's Food Review Show, where Granny Goatee reviews your favorite foods. Thank you for joining me on another episode, everybody. And I just want to say that this episode is going to be very, very exciting because it is a request from one of my oldest subscribers, Penny. Shout out to Penny. Thank you so much for making this request. Now, Penny wanted for me to review something that originated from the state of Arizona, since I'm already over here. And I did some research and I found a really cool item for us, okay? Thank you so much, Penny. You know, this is the third time that you've requested for me to do a video, and I do take special requests, grandchildren. If you have one, you can go ahead and request it. The first one was the oh my gosh, I cannot talk. The first one was the Pad Thai noodles in Thailand. The second one was the Sonic Frosty Witch's Brew. I believe it was like this caramel apple witch's brew, and that one was really good. And then now this is the third time that you've requested a video for Granny Goatee to do for you, and I am truly grateful to have subscribers like you, Penny. I really enjoy our conversations back and forth. I'm so grateful that you are following and subscribing to Granny Goatee, and this one's for you, okay? Now, what we are going to be reviewing today is the chimichanga. Now, I know what you're thinking, grandchildren. Wasn't the chimichanga created by Mexican Deadpool? Well, that's what I thought, but it actually isn't. It's actually created by Sonoran immigrants in Arizona, in Tucson, Arizona, and I'm gonna go ahead and get into the details of that. Actually, I always thought that it was the Mexican Deadpool, but it's not. And anybody who is a Marvel fan, yo quiero chimichanga, por favor. Oh, excuse me, grandchildren. I'm getting over a little bit of something, but you know that Deadpool loves chimichangas. Okay, and when I was growing up and I was reading the comic books, I always wondered to myself, what is a chimichanga? All right, let's get into the history. All right, I'm going to go ahead and go over where chimichangas come from and what it is. Okay, grandchildren? So, a chimichanga is a deep-fried burrito that is common in Tex-Mex and other southwestern U.S. cuisine. The dish is typically prepared by filling a flour tortilla with various ingredients, most commonly rice, cheese, beans, and a meat such as machaca, which is shredded meat, carne adobada, which is marinated meat, or carne seca, which is dried beef or shredded chicken, and folding it into a rectangular package. It is then deep fried and can be accompanied by salsa, guacamole, or sour cream. Okay, now the origin of the chimichanga is uncertain, according to Mexican linguist and philologist Francisco J. Santamaria's Diccionario de Mexicanismos in 1959. Chimichanga is a regionalism from the state of Tabasco. In Tabasco, it's any trinket or trifle, something unimportant, and whose true role or origin is not known legitimately. Variants of the word include chibachanga and chimichanga. Okay? And these words are really synonyms with the term timirimba, which means used in some parts of the interior of the country to refer to a thing whose name is unknown or a thing that is properly ignored. Okay, grandchildren? Now, I'm going to get into the folk history here real quick. The folk history from the Mexican term chimichanga, one account adduces that Sonoran immigrants brought the dish with them to Arizona. And, another one, most researchers agree that the chimichanga was created by accident at a Mexican restaurant in Arizona, United States, although they disagree precisely over where. The words chimi and changa come from two Mexican Spanish terms, chamuscado, past participle of the verb chamuscar, which means seared or singed, and changa, related to chinga, third person present tense form of the vulgar verb chingar, a rude expression for the unexpected or a small insult. Now, according to one source, Monica Flynn, the founder of the Tucson, Arizona restaurant called El Charro Cafe, established in 1922, accidentally dropped a burrito into the deep fat fryer in the early 1950s. She immediately began to utter a Spanish profanity, beginning chi for chingada, but quickly stopped herself and instead exclaimed chimichanga, a Spanish equivalent of a thingy-majig. Knowledge and appreciation of this dish spread slowly outward from Tucson area, with popularity elsewhere accelerating in recent decades. Though the chimichanga is now found as part of Tex-Mex cuisine, its roots within the U.S. are mainly in Tucson, Arizona. Okay, that's really awesome. There's actually another folk story. I'll briefly get into that too. Woody Johnson, founder of a Mexican restaurant chain, Macayo's Mexican Kitchen, claimed he had invented the chimichanga in 1946 when he put some burritos into a deep fryer as an experiment at his original restaurant, Woody's El Nido, in Phoenix, Arizona. These fried burritos became so popular that by 1952, when Woody's El Nido became Macayo's, the chimichanga was one of the restaurant's main menu items. Johnson's opened Macayo's in 1952, although no official records indicate when the dish first appeared. Retired University of Arizona folklorist Jim Griffith recalls seeing chimichangas at the Yaqui Old Pascua Village in Tucson in the mid-1950s. Now that is very exciting, grandchildren. So I found out all that information when I did the research for this video, and that is, what a trip. I had no idea. I actually thought they were of Mexican origin from Mexico, but I guess it's a United States and Arizona cuisine, and it was made by accident. So interesting and so cool. Now, I got this chimichanga. It was actually a lunch special, and I got it for $21.78, grandchildren. Take a look at that. Now, it's $15 or so, $15 and change plus tax, but I got myself an unsweetened iced tea the size of Granny Goatee's head. Take a look at this. So the total came out to $21 and change. Now, the lunch special also comes with rice and beans, but we are going to focus on the chimichanga, okay? Let me wet my whistle real quick. Now, I asked this restaurant, shout out to the ladies, they were very, very nice. Oh, by the way, my friend Candelario suggested that I take some B-roll of Prescott, Arizona, and to include it in this episode. So I went around downtown a few places, and I got some B-roll of Prescott, and I will include it at the end of this video. So check that out, grandchildren. I hope you enjoy it. It's a really cool town. Okay, so here we go. Here is the chimichanga. Take a look at that. It's accompanied with exactly what I described. There's no sour cream, but there is guacamole, there is lettuce, and there is a tomato, okay? And the burrito is here on the side. I asked them to cut it for me, and they were nice enough to do that, so I can give you a really cool cross-section. So let's go ahead and take this, lift this up. Now, I got mine with shredded beef. Take a look at that. This thing is entirely filled with beef. That is nuts. I love that. Now, I love eating burritos with machaca. And machaca is a shredded beef that is seasoned and kind of, it's not roasted. Is it boiled? I'm not sure. But it's one of my favorite things to get into in burritos. But enough talking. Let's go ahead and bite into this and see what it tastes like. Wow. That is indeed machaca. It tastes exactly like machaca. Let me go ahead and get a napkin out here, grandchildren. So tasty. But the exterior is not crispy, and I was anticipating for the exterior to be crispy. It's not. I'm a little disappointed by that. But that machaca is seasoned perfectly. Nice amount of salt. The beef is juicy and moist. and just explodes in your mouth. I had juices go all over my mouth. It's almost like a stew with like a stew flavor. And when I bit into it, it's almost like taking a bite out of a stew. All right, let's go ahead and get some guacamole here, just to add some vegetables or fruit actually, but there's probably peppers in there. All right, here we go. That is just excellent. I got a crispier bite that time because of this area of the tortilla. It was so much better. The guacamole is creamy. Ooh, there's actually sour cream in here too, grandchildren. Let's try a bite with the sour cream. The guacamole is creamy, has a little bit of lemon in there. Very nice, very fresh. All right, let's try it with the sour cream. I do not want to drop this. The meat is fresh too, perfectly seasoned. The only thing that I don't like about this chimichanga is that it's just not deep fried enough. I mean, the juices are leaking. Grandchildren, if you have not tried a machaca burrito, it is one of the best burritos you will ever have. Mexican food is one of Granny Goatee's favorite foods, along with Thai food and Japanese food. But I never tried the machaca burrito because I really didn't know what it was. And then maybe 10 or 20 years ago, for the first time, I tried a machaca burrito, and it is, every time I get burritos now, it's almost always machaca. All right, grandchildren. The sour cream, I don't like as much as the guacamole, but I do like that it provides a little bit of a tart flavor, sour flavor, and that's really nice. Now, this half looks like it's fried a lot better, but on this side, it is not fried as well. I don't think they deep fried this burrito, which is what chimichangas are. They're supposed to be deep fried. I think they must have pan fried this, or seared it, and they spent more time on this side getting it nice and crispy. But this side is soft, and that takes away from the amazing flavors, because that soft tortilla is doing this chimichanga injustice. All right, let's go ahead and hit it with some more guacamole. Okay, let's get a little wild this time, grandchildren. Put this tomato on top. I hope I don't party foul. If I'm gonna party foul anytime in this video, it's gonna be right here. Oh, take a look at that. Here we go. So much flavor in that tomato. Perfectly ripe. Wow, that's so good. Shout out to Lindero, Mexico. Restaurante Mexicana. I only fault you for not deep frying this chimichanga, but your sour cream, your guacamole, your vegetables, and most importantly, your beef is absolutely exceptional. Now, the beef is definitely the star of the show, and I could have gotten this machaca burrito actually in chicken, in ground beef, in machaca, also in pork, but I chose the shredded beef, the machaca. Man, take a look at that. Here we go. Look at that, actually. Let me see if it. Yeah. Look at that. Oh, I got it all over my shirt. That's awful. Well, I hope it comes out. But I wanted to show you how incredibly juicy. Do I have some white stuff on my chin? Well, Granny Goatee has had stuff on her chin like that for over 80 years. I'm a pro. I hope my glasses don't fall. All right, here we go. That is exceptional. That is exceptional. That is so good, grandchildren. If you're ever in Prescott, stop by Lindero, Mexico. That entire restaurant, first of all, the ambiance, I wanted to film it for you, grandchildren, but there were so many people inside. Every single table was full. I didn't want to be rude, so I didn't do it, but it was packed. And I know why now, because the food is absolutely delicious. And maybe the chef messed up a little bit, didn't deep fry the burrito, but I really don't have any complaints because every single aspect of that burrito was delicious. So what if the tortilla was only half fried? Exceptional. All right. I'm not going to dig into the rice and beans because rice and beans are not from Arizona. But I did want to give you the review of the chimichanga, grandchildren. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a subscribe, give me a thumbs up. We're almost at 500 subscribers, grandchildren, and I would like to get to 500 subscribers by the end of January if we can. I would so greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for all of my subscribers that are following Granny Goatee already and subscribe. And if you enjoyed the video, give me a like, turn on that notification bell, and I will see you in the next video. More than likely, by the next video, I will be back in Los Angeles, and we'll do something cool. I have an idea, and stay tuned to see what that is. Okay, grandchildren? Have a good day. Bye-bye.